So today is another vlog as I head around the city, and unfortunately it's my final weekend in Sydney, so I'm going to try and do an epic amount of travelling to visit all of these places. All of these. So it should be quite an exciting day, so come and join me on my adventures. So my first visit today is at St Mary's Cathedral, and I'm quite excited to see what music they're going to be singing and generally what a service is like here in Australia. Join me inside. So I've just finished my visit inside St Mary's Cathedral, and it was really amazing to hear the choir and to hear the organ inside. I didn't want to do too much filming because there was a service going on, so I didn't want to be disrespectful, but I did manage to catch some snippets of that organ and the choir as well. Now, I've sung a lot of Sunday services in my life, and I've never seen a place be so packed. And the place is absolutely huge. It kind of reminds me of Glasgow Cathedral at home, but a much bigger and brighter version. So it was really amazing to see that it's absolutely filled to the brim with people on a Sunday morning. So let's join me on my next stop, where I'm going to be heading back down to the Pacific Keys and off to Fort Denison. Circular Key. I keep wanting to call it Pacific Keys, and I'm not exactly sure why, but it is in fact Circular Key because it is shaped like a circle. Funnily enough, very inventive of names. And I have to go off and try and find Wharf 6 so that I can go and get the ferry to Fort Denison. Catch you there! Okay, so I really wanted to go to Fort Denison today, but I've just found out that it's only private ferry companies that go to the island, which means that I would have to buy a ticket ahead of time, and the queue was really long, and they only have boats every kind of 40 minutes. I've got a lot to do today, and I was going to miss the 12 o'clock boat. So I'm just going to move on to something else today, but don't worry, still more adventures to be had. The bus heading off to my next destination, and I thought I would tell you just a little bit about what I had planned for Fort Denison. So Fort Denison, back in the day when convicts were often brought here, that was where the worst convicts were put. And one gentleman in particular who had murdered while he was in Britain and then sent here, and he murdered again while he was here, he was sent to Fort Denison to be hung. And normally they would put a hood over the person as a mark of respect, but he said, no, I don't want a hood on my head, I want to see you out and across the water, that I want to be my last image. And they granted his wish, and they hung him without a hood. And then they left him there for 3 years as a reminder for people to be good and to not do anything bad, otherwise they might have the same fate. Now, it would have been really awesome to go and show you all those different locations on Fort Denison, but unfortunately it looks like I'm going to have to wait for another trip to be able to do that. But you can join me at my next location, which I'm heading to now. outside Van Clouth's house, and the setting is just absolutely stunning. There's lots and lots of parkland all around here, so it was wonderful walking in. And as you can see, the house is just behind me. And the colour is very reminiscent of what they recently painted Stirling Castle to make it that golden colour on the top of the hill. So I wonder if they were trying to emulate something similar here. But let's find out when I head inside. So here I am, I've arrived at Van Clouth's house, and I'm actually going to do a separate video all about the house, so check that one out for when it comes out. But instead I'm going to join you at my next destination, so I'll give you some little snippets of what I see at the house in this video, but check out the other video so that you can get a more detailed tour. So I've just finished at Van Clouth's house, and now I'm having a lovely cup of tea before I head off to my next destination for today. So I was going to catch the bus back into city, but I've just found out that you can get a ferry from Watson Bay, which was very close by, and you all know how much I love to travel on the ferry, so that's where I'm heading off to next. You've all been following my discussion on Lucy Havens, and here's another place where she lived and worked, and she actually owned property that would have just been up here, unfortunately now all demolished and turned into high rises. And I'm now in Chinatown, so I'm really looking forward to what I'm going to find. I'm going to go find the Chinese gardens. And here are the Chinese gardens. Now unfortunately I've gotten here a little bit too late today, so they have actually closed down. I'm not able to see inside, but I think I might be switching around some of my plans just to come and have a quick visit here. It's not too far from Darling Harbour, and now that I know where it is, I should be able to get here pretty swiftly to have a quick look around. So I'm back on the ferry and heading off to my next thing for tonight, which is a cruise tour of the rocks. So I'll fill you in more on that when I get there. Here we go.
They come into this room right here, and well, let me assure you, two people come in, and nobody's followed them inside. First off, it's just two people coming here to investigate, and occasionally those two people say they sense a third person here with them.
So that was my evening. I've just finished up with the Sydney, the dark side of a harbour ghost tour. I think that's what it was called. I will double check that and put it in the box below. It was a really fascinating tour. It's one of the best ghost tours I've been on, partly because you get to go inside the venues, and there was really detailed history as well. So if you're wanting another side to history and another side with a little bit of fun, and if you're a believer or not, it's definitely one thing to check out, so I'll put all those details below. But what I'd like you to do is, once again, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up, and comment on anything else that you'd like to know or any other places that you'd like me to visit. See you soon!